Θα ήθελα να ευχαριστήσω ιδιαίτερα την κυρία Μάρτσια Ζαμπόν, εκτελεστική διευθύντρια του Οργανισμού Europa, Donna, που αποδέχθηκε την πρόσκλησή μας και ταξίδεψε στις Βρυξέλλες για να βρίσκεται μαζί μας σήμερα. Η κυρία Μάρζια Ζαμπόν θα επιχειρήσει να εξηγήσει τις προκλήσεις που αντιμετωπίζουν οι επιζώντες από τον καρκίνο του μαστού, αλλά και το ρόλο του Ευρωπαϊκού Συνασπισμού για τον καρκίνο του μαστού στην προσπάθεια για την αντιμετώπιση αυτών των προκλήσεων.
Thank you. Thank you very much, MEP Elena Contura. Thank you for organizing this great event with Europa, Donna, Greece. And thank you all for being here listening today. Next slide, please. I would like to start with giving some numbers. Figures regarding the incidence of breast cancer. As MEP Elena Contura said, breast cancer accounts for 1 in 4 annual cancer cases hitting women worldwide. 1 in 4 for women, 1 in 8 in all. So the last IARC publication shows that the breast cancer has surpassed lung cancer as the most commonly diagnosed type of cancer. And this high incidence rate is confirmed for the WHO region and also for the European Union member states. Next slide. It is also important to point out, although cancer is a disease very much linked with the process of aging, that breast cancer hits many women in the prime of their productive and reproductive life. More than 21% of breast cancer cases hit women under the age of 50. 35% women between 50 and 65. These women are mothers, wives, daughters, often caregivers of kids and parents, women who work, employees, professionals, women who have a mortgage to pay. So this is a huge economic impact of the disease that needs to be addressed at a European level. Next slide. Okay, so who are we? Europa Donna is an independent, non-profit, pan-European coalition of affiliate national groups with almost 30 years of experience advocating for evidence-based, best practice breast services in Europe. We represent 47 countries, including 27 European Union countries, including Europa Donna Greece, which is here today beautifully represented and is hosting this incredible event, and Cyprus, which is also represented today with our board member, Stella Mastora. Anyway, as you see from the list and the map of our countries, our work extends way beyond the EU borders. And there's a lot to do to overcome inequalities. And our strength as an organization comes from working together on both a national and a European level, all with the same agenda. Next slide. So Europa Donna has set 10 goals, which all of our member countries undertake to follow. Our main purpose and objective is maintaining high awareness of our mission by engaging with national and international policy and lawmakers, health professionals, clinicians, of course patients, and all stakeholders who can make a difference and help. Next slides, please. We operate, how do we do this? We operate in 4 different areas of activities. Advocacy. So getting involved with policymakers who can influence European people's lives and rights, such as today. Information, disseminating evidence-based information coming from reliable sources, information which then we cascade to our national organizations to translate in their own language and then to use in their own advocacy and training programs. Education, we have a very busy yearly schedule of roundtables, practical workshops, advocacy training courses, and international conferences. And finally, we support and we engage directly in research in order to make sure that the patient's perspective, the patient's interest, and the patient's needs are truly central in designing the protocols and the outcomes of clinical trials. Next slide. So here I listed our current main priorities. As you see down there, survivorship and quality of life and management of side effects is the topic of what we will be speaking about today. But in fact, we all point toward one large one-way highway, and that is our main mission, which is to ensure equal access of all Europeans to reliable evidence-based information, equal access to best available breast services, access to organized population-based screening programs, true and affordable access to be treated in specialist facilities with multidisciplinary teams. So let's say that someday we will actually reach this objective. We will not have beaten cancer, but we will have saved many lives. So next slide. Lives that continue also after cancer diagnosis. The concept of survivorship focuses on the health and well-being of persons living with cancer after active treatment. Historically, there has been a 5-year mark during survivorship. If you remain in complete remission for 5 years or more, some doctors may say that you are cured or cancer-free. In fact, treatment for breast cancer is now successful for many people. The risk of recurrence rate is decreasing, but recurrence can happen even many years after treatment. So no one can really say with certainty that you are definitely cured. Next slide. And why is this important? The condition of being a cancer survivor is touching more and more people. This is mainly thanks to the advancement in research which has made treatments so effective. With specialized facilities, including multidisciplinary teams, which we advocate for and have been advocating for years, this team working together for the patient's benefit, including navigator nurses or psycho-oncologists, gives a holistic patient-centric approach of seeing the patient as a person and not a cancer case. This is becoming more and more standard of care. And this approach has shed a light on many unmet needs that surround the person after the clinical treatment has been administered. Next slide. The worries and concerns do not stop with the end of active treatment. Anxiety, fatigue, depression, problems concentrating. These are all side effects which a survivor must cope with, and in some case, for a very long time. There are many ways to help. Europa, Donna, national organizations are very active in programs guiding a person in this phase. Of course, adopting a more active and healthy lifestyle helps preventing recurrence. A more active and healthy lifestyle also helps to manage long-term side effects of surgery and treatments such as lymphedema, for example. You will want to regain control of your emotional, social, and sexual life. Regain independence, go back to work, feel productive and active beyond mental and physical re-educational exercise. Finally, a survivor needs to be proactive with regular checkups. When you're out of the system of active treatment, you will need to be your own advocate and make sure you go to your follow-up, even if you're scared. Doing our best to spread awareness and information is a great part of what we do as Europa, Donna, like today. So here with you, thank you very much.
Ευχαριστώ θερμά τη Marzia Zambon για την παρέμβασή της.